Hey, what's up? This is Todd Smith, and I am back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about making music and how, at the core, you should really be making music for yourself. The reality of making it big in just music itself, just making beats, making songs, songwriter, just making it as that, really making it in the sound field in general is incredibly hard. Things do start to open up if you start to think of music beyond just a band, just a musical project. If you start to think about, sound itself on media, there's more there. But at the same time, that's now shrinking with AI music being so easy to make and all these things coming in. That field has been an ever-crushing field from technology and is only going to get less and less in terms of actual humans being involved. So even though that road definitely leads to more possibilities now and was definitely the king to go back in the 80s and 90s, I mean, it was a huge road, so many options in terms of if you thought bigger than a band. But unfortunately, I mean, it's the nature of the beast. The reason why we are getting music gear so much cheaper is the same reason why technology is thriving, pushing things forward, and it's I see that field being almost as rare as you going on stage and making money with your actual music in the future. So it's looking pretty grim in terms of the future and payouts and living off your music. But for me, it was never about that anyways. And obviously, I am not alone in that thinking. And if you make something you truly love and it just sells what it sells, whatever fans happen to find it on whatever social media you share it on or however you choose to distribute your music, those are the few fans that you happen to get. But that's a beautiful place to be. That's an amazing place to be. It's actually... I think that position in terms of art, because of technology, it's better than it's ever been for just kind of the small artist who's doing it as a hobby and doesn't want to really, make it huge. I mean, if something came along their way and it fit into the narrative, they'd take it. But they're not, they're not trying to bust through. They're not playing that game. They're just making art for what they love to do. Technology is allowing people like that to just actually be more profitable than ever. I make a solid little extra check every month just from sharing music and talking my opinions about electronic gear and music online on YouTube. Then I get some sales from Bandcamp. I might join my Patreon. It all adds up into a little extra income that back in the past, a lot of smaller artists didn't have access to. In fact, you'd probably have to be more of a local band actually playing shows, selling merch and things like that within your local area to compare to what you can do in your back room as just an independent person today with a camera and a way to record your video and audio. And just like back in the day, yeah, you're going to have to work a 9 to 5 just like those local bands did. But that's an extra paycheck just from your passion every month that goes to help pay your bills. You can throw it in a Roth IRA. You can throw it into your 401k. I don't know if you can actually do 401k. But you get what I'm saying. It helps. And it's purely from your passion. So and you're doing what you love. And you're naturally finding people who cling to it. It might be 10 people. It might be 100 people. It might be one person. It's just spectacular to be in that place of a kind of smaller musician compared to the past. As an independent artist, I mean, you have the freedom to really do what you want. I think there's very little people that have made it and have sustained multiple albums that when they're recording, they can't think about the people consuming their music. There has to be some thought there to retain that base. I imagine that's why a lot of artists, their first album is their best album, because really that's them being true. And back in the day, that's when the record label found them. They weren't making music for anybody at that point. They were just in their room busting out these tunes. Then they got signed. Now there's pressure. Now you're thinking about external sources. You're not just a bunch of dudes in a room anymore pumping out sounds you enjoy that happen to get latched onto by a label and shown to the rest of the world. Now you're thinking externally, which, as I think this is a prime example why most bands' follow-up albums start to deteriorate and don't become what their initial albums were when they were founded. And as a smaller little independent artist today that can still make a decent little side income off their albums and sales just off sharing stuff online, you don't have any of that pressure. It is completely gone. You're not signed into a contract expected to sell, a set number of a really large number of records to, make this contract happy. You're just in your back room doing what you want, releasing what you want. So definitely stay true to yourself. I think we live in an amazing time, a time where independent artists like us, just small little bedroom musicians, are in the most powerful place we've ever been. There's no barrier of entry anymore. It's all up to you to make something work. The sky's the limit in that sense. How far do you want to go? How hard do you want to work? I definitely have a few ideas to expand my brand, my music in the next few years with social media, things I haven't really been doing. We have a lot of power at our fingertips today, and it's absolutely amazing to experience it. And I'm happy that I'm alive during this time, and I'm definitely going to ride it out and see how far I can push this train. I definitely encourage anyone who's whatever age, because I'm 45, I think. Yeah, mid-40s at least. I'm 45-ish, and I'm this passionate about it. I can only imagine what if I was like 18-year-old me in this technology with that young youth, that surge, all that energy, oh my God, the things I would have done with this technology today when I was younger. My gosh. And I need to push some of that into the older me, because as we get older, we get more complacent. It's harder for us to do things, move these old bodies and bones around, harder to get motivated. But it's all there. And the young me in the back of my head is just being like, Todd, take advantage. It's right there. Everything you ever wanted as a kid is right in front of you. So, and if you're younger, dude, use that energy. Take advantage of it. Make multiple channels. See what works. If you're older, just, do what you can do, like me. But I'm trying to push myself even further the next couple of years. Like I stated, expect to see a lot more of me taking advantage of current technology. I think it's the best time in history to be in the position we're at as small artists. I would love to hear your opinion on this topic. And as always, stay positive, stay creative, support each other, and peace.